What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2022 NBA regular season. So I'm just doing this because the playoffs have kind of came out, but I'm just going to wait for the play-in. Let's get started. Then we got the Miami Heat with the number one seed. Yeah, I think it's been a good year for the Heat. I've heard a lot of people say they have been struggling, like Jimmy Butler's been struggling. It's true. I think there was a stat this is a while ago, but since the All-Star break, he's been shooting like 9% from three. I don't know if that's true anymore, but that was a while ago, so that wasn't the best. But yeah, I see the Heat having a really good chance to compete for the championship this year. Then we got the Celtics. Yeah, well, I feel like 2 months ago I would have said the Celtics wouldn't even make the top six. That's how bad they were playing. But they just switched it on. They just started to play a lot better, and well done to the Celtics. And Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have been really connecting together, and they're starting to put together quite a really nice half of the season. Then we got the Milwaukee Bucks. So I go for the Bucks. I'm pretty happy with this. I think this is a good result. It's the same as last year, but we want that. I didn't think we'd be the one seed. I thought we could try for the two seed. But it's all pretty close. You see that like Philly, who's the 4 seed, that's not even a game in that. It's tied. But I think it just came down. Yeah, and we got the 76ers, who I just said about then. They've had a really good year. I think it's not good for Philly, though, that they are playing Toronto, and I think Toronto is a good team, so I reckon that will be an interesting series. If the Heat do win, what I do think the Heat will win, I reckon that will be a tough series for Philly, but I reckon they could do it. That'll be a good series, Philly versus Miami. Then we got the Raptors. Like I just said there, I think the Raptors are a really good team. They just keep improving and improving as the season goes on. They've been a really good team. Then we got the Chicago Bulls. I feel a bit bad for the Bulls because they were third, second. At one point, I think they were never first, were they? No. Third, second, fourth, and then they kind of just went on this streak of not playing amazing. But that's alright. They are the 6th seed, and I think it's just good for them to make the playoffs. I think that's probably what they're happy about, just to make the playoffs. And they've had some injuries. I reckon they'll come back better and stronger next year. But it'll be a good series against Milwaukee. Then we got the play-in teams. So the Brooklyn Nets, yeah. It's been a weird season for Brooklyn. At one point, I think they were first or second, and then they've already gone down to 7th because of injuries, and then, playing really abysmal. I don't know, weren't they on, a 10-12 game losing streak at one point? But they've kind of snapped it together a bit. Kevin Durant's playing really good. But you know what? I reckon they'll be the 7th seed, and I reckon it'll be a good series against Celtics and Brooklyn. Then we got the Cavs as the 8th seed. I think that's alright for the Cavs. We all knew, at halfway through the season, I think they were 4th or 3rd. We all knew it was kind of going to drop off a bit, but I didn't know it would drop off to 8th. I thought it would stay 6th or 5. But that's alright. I think they're just happy to make the play-in, and even if they, don't make the playoffs, what's possible, I think there's nothing to be mad about as a Cavs fan. This has been a good year, and it's really leading to the future. Then we got Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta have been alright. These last couple games, at the start, they were not the best, but they're starting to put together an alright. I don't see them making the playoffs. I see them probably losing in the play-in, but that's alright. Then we got the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, they've had a good year too. I think this is more of a team that's trying to build into the future, and then maybe about two to 3 years we see LaMelo putting up incredible stats, and Miles Bridges has been he's been amazing too. So they're both this is a good year for Charlotte. Now we get down to the non-play-in teams, so the teams that some of them probably would be lottery. We got the New York Knicks. Yeah, this has been a not the best season for the Knicks. I think it's a bit disappointing, what everybody said. I would have been. I think they had an amazing season last year. Coming fourth, or I think it was fourth. Yeah, they came fourth. And losing to the Hawks, but that was alright. At least they made the playoffs, and they're going to come back a little bit better, like maybe be the 5 or 6 seed or 7 seed, but they're the 11 seed. This is like, it's just been a bit disappointing. I've seen, like last year we were saying Obi Toppin was a bust, but I don't know. I think he still has some fight left in him. Yeah, so then we got the Wizards, who started off incredible, started off amazing, and then something happened to them. I don't know what it was, and they just completely fell off. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about them, because they just haven't had their best season this year, and they were really good at the start, but I don't know where the Wizards want to build into the future. I don't know if they want to, like keep this up, like keep trying to make the playoffs, or just trying to be, bad and not really making the playoffs. Then we got Indiana. Yeah, Indiana have had a pretty bad season, but I think they said they want to blow it up, maybe go a bit of a rebuild, and I think they've slowly done that. They've traded away Karis LeVert, they've traded away Domantas Sabonis. That trade was amazing. That's got to help them so much in their rebuild, having trading away Sabonis for Reese. Yeah, that's an amazing trade. That's a really good trade. That's why I give credit to the Indiana Pacers GM. As much as he hasn't helped that much yet, but he's putting up really good stats at the moment. Yeah, so I think the Pacers will be good in years to come. Not the best now, though. Then we got the Pistons. Yeah, the Pistons, I think they're still rebuilding. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird season. We all thought this would come. I did see them winning some games late, what was pretty good. I think they won a couple games late. So that was good. Yeah, but I think they're going for a rebuild at the moment. And Cade's had a good rookie season, so they just got to keep improving. The Orlando Magic, yeah, they've only won 22 games and they've lost 60, so haven't been the best. But I think they're it's one of those teams that it's going to need to keep building into the future, and they have a really good future at the moment. So, well, that's the East. Good East, really good East. One of the best Easts I've seen. Yes, now we're going to move on to the West. Number one, we've got the Suns. The Suns, I just want to talk about the Suns quickly. They've Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Devin Booker. They've just been amazing. Devin Booker's been awesome. Chris Paul's been awesome. DeAndre Ayton's been pretty good. Yeah, but they've had a really good season. I just can't believe they only lost 18 games. Like, that's amazing. That's really good. And they won 64. That's incredible. They're a really, really good team, and I see them coming out to the NBA Finals again, and probably almost winning it. Then we got the Memphis Grizzlies. Yeah, what an improved team this is. They've come back with Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, Jaren Jackson Jr., and they just kept improving. Other than like that, they didn't make any crazy trades. They did make the Jonas Valanciunas for Steven Adams trade, but that wasn't massive. So this is like just an improved team who I don't think just yet they'll be there, but I see them in a couple years' time competing massively. And they are competing now. I'm not saying they can, but I'm just saying that, like they probably won't win the championship this year, but they've had a good year. Then we got the Warriors. Yeah, the Warriors have been good. It's a late season drop off, I think, pretty much. Yeah, but they've had a good season. They've surprised me a bit. I thought they would be still a playing team, 8th or 9th. That's what I thought they would be, but they've surprised me. And they've came to 3rd. Then we got the Mavericks. Yeah, the Mavericks have been just been an awesome team this year. Luka has had a good season. I was a bit iffy first on the Kristaps Porzingis and Spencer Dinwiddie trade, and Davis Bertans was in that one too. But Spencer Dinwiddie's playing the best basketball of his life. He's been amazing, and that's what they need. That's what they need. And maybe they shouldn't have gave up Kristaps for it, but he wasn't doing much anyways. Then we got the Utah Jazz. Yeah, the Jazz. They've been alright. They were the 1 seed last year. But I just see them, Donovan Mitchell needs a bit more help scoring-wise. Rudy Gobert is an awesome defensive player, but he just needs a little bit of that help scoring-wise. But they've had a good season. The Denver Nuggets, yeah, this has been, with Michael Porter Jr. out and Jamal Murray out, that's, some of their best players out, and they've managed to get the 6th seed. Jokic is doing wonders for this team, and I think it's awesome. It's really good, and I really do rate the Nuggets. I think the Warriors will win, but I still see the Nuggets maybe going to 6 against them. Then we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, they've been good. They've been really good. I was it's crazy because a couple years ago they were winning 20 games, but now they're back. It's awesome seeing a team like that just be the 7th seed, and I want the Minnesota Timberwolves to do well at the moment. Yeah, I really like them, and I'm happy. I think I see them making the playoffs, being the 7th seed, but maybe the Clippers beat them. Anything could happen. Then we got the Clippers. Yeah. The Clippers have been awesome. They've been really good. And I can't believe that Reggie Jackson, and he's taken a next step up in his game, and Zubac, all those players with Paul George, doing well still, but he's been injured for most of that, and Kawhi Leonard. Paul George just came back now, but I see them probably making a quick run. And I see them probably being the 8th seed, and maybe the Suns beating them in 5. What might happen, Then we got the Pelicans. Yeah, the Pelicans, I think they were 15th at the start. Now they've just came a lot better. With the CJ McCollum trade was awesome. Next year they'll come back bigger and better with Zion being back. Yeah, so that's good for the Pelicans if he does come back. Then we got the Spurs. Yeah, the Spurs are right. I don't know if the Spurs really wanted to make it. I think they did. I think DeJounte Murray really did want to make it. Yeah, but this is good for the Spurs. This is good to just make the play, and I doubt they'll make the playoffs. But it'd be cool seeing them in the play-in. And it's funny because they only won 34 games, so. Yeah, then we got the Lakers. I'm just going to talk briefly about the Lakers. I'm disappointed in them. I thought they could be a 2 seed, a 3 seed, almost a 1 seed. But, Russ just wasn't there. Anthony Davis was injured always. LeBron was amazing. Malik Monk was good. It's just, you see it. They could have secured that play-in spot. They just choked. They went 2-8. It's just, yeah. I'm very disappointed in the Lakers, and I think the Lakers fans are too. Yeah. Then we got the Sacramento Kings. They've had an alright season. Domantas Sabonis, that trade for the Kings side was not that good. I feel like Domantas Sabonis will slowly, he'll be good now, but in 3 to 4 years, he's going to regress massively. And so I don't know if that was the right trade for the Kings' future, or I don't know if that was more of a let's win now. I really want to make the play-in and make a quick run to get the playoffs so we can get out of this playoff drought. But I'm sure it didn't work. That's what I'm saying. The Trailblazers, yeah, it's been a pretty abysmal season for them. Damian Lillard injured for it. But on the bright side, I was saying that they've got to get an alright pick this year. They might get a 9th or 8th pick that might help them in their, help them next year. Damian Lillard has been out for most of the season, like practically 75% of the season, and even when he was playing, they weren't that good. But I don't know what the Trailblazers are doing. Like, I reckon they should just rebuild. I don't know why they keep trying to compete and make an 8 seed or a 7 seed. It's just, and Anthony Simons has been the one bright spot in this. They went 0-10 in their last. That's not amazing. Then we got the Thunder. Yeah, the Thunder. This has been in a good season for them, rebuild-wise. Not a good season, because it hasn't, but in rebuild-wise, it's been good. You just see it, and like Shea, efficiency-wise, kind of dropped off, but he still had a good season. Josh Giddey had a good rookie season. I think he's been injured for a little bit. So good rebuild-wise, and I see them competing in a while. And then we got the Houston Rockets, who have won 20 games. This hasn't been the best season for them, but they're rebuilding. And I could see the Houston Rockets, this is a bit of a stretch, but I see them getting the number 1 pick this year. It comes down to Orlando or Houston or Detroit or the Thunder. But I just think in my mind that Houston will get it. That's the video wrapped up. I'll be doing my playoff predictions soon, but not just yet, because the play-in games still need to happen and, all that stuff. So, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and have a good day. Goodbye!